It is November 25th, about 11 o'clock in the morning or so. Beautiful day here. Supposed to get up to 70, 71 today. No humidity. It's one of the days we live for in Florida. But today we're going to work on the Tundra again. Get you over here to show you what we're dealing with. So this truck, ever since I bought it, has had this issue. And that is that tire pressure warning light over there. Just flashes away and flashes away. Well, today we are going to take this instrument cluster. I can't remember what Toyota calls it, like multi-gauge or something, this whole thing. Going to take this out of here and use a surface mount technology heat gun to remove the LED from the circuit board. Now that's a bit of a hack, admittedly so, but the dealer has changed all the tire pressure sensors. They changed the tire pressure sensor receiver. They even changed the main ECU in this, all while it was under warranty. The truck was like a year old. And the problem, it goes away for a couple years and then it comes back, and I've been putting a business card or a piece of paper over it. And maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I noticed, oh, hey, it went away again. And it's gone away. Well, about a year ago, 6 months ago or so, it came back. I'm not replacing the ECU or anything else over a tire pressure warning light. That's ridiculous. Tire pressure warning, yeah, it's a pretty cool feature if it works. This doesn't work. So anyway, let's get to it in here and see what we can do about getting this dismounted. Gonna get a little shaky. I'll figure out where to put you. I guess you can see that. Let's see. You can see all under here and that. Yeah, okay. We'll call that good and hope that it's seeable by you. All right. So hopefully the truck doesn't roll off the lift. I've had this apart once before, believe it or not, for the check engine light, for the same reason. The dealer put it on their OBD2 scan tool. Guess what? No codes, nothing wrong. Took it to another Toyota shop a year or two later. Their scan tool, and this guy's got like 4 or 5 of them, it can't even see the ECU. It just won't talk to it. So I am figuring, ooh, God damn, how long are you? Pretty goddamn long. I am figuring the ECU might be bad, but you can't get a factory ECU. You got to get one. Okay, this is ridiculous. Let me get a 10 millimeter powered ratchet. I'll twist my arm off here. I remember these being so long. I guess you're just gonna fall on the ground then. Fine. Be that way. So, this one goes over here, that one goes over here, this one goes up top, and that one will go wherever it goes. Don't remember needing to, well, there's not even any screw there. So that's kind of, plastic trim is always a real joy to figure out. All right. That'll be the hood release down there. All right, now this guy. How do we get this out? Oh, it's 2 screws. Right here. You know, I wonder. Since we're into all kind of electrical, digital stuff. I don't think I did before. I was wondering if we need to disconnect the battery. Nah. We'll pretend it's disconnected. Or not. Look at that door open light there. Okay, do I need to remove this guy? And if so, how do you remove? Huh. I surely don't have to take the whole dash apart. Oh, it's been a couple years since I did this. All I remember is it was actually pretty easy once you figured out the trick to getting this out. We gotta remove that steering column shroud, or I'm gonna bust something. I don't really want to bust anything, so. There's a screw back there, but it's out. Oh, come on. Hate having to do that. Absolutely hate having to force things like that. Oh shit. Wonder if I didn't. Well, now I feel dumb. Guess I'll put that shroud back on. Didn't have to take it off to begin with. Dumbass. Quick, put the screws in before it decides to come back apart. Okay, and then as I recall, there are, yep, 4 flippy head screws. Uno, dos, oh, come on, don't be mean. Trace. Cuatro. As I recall, there are wires on the back. Yep, we just disconnect those. Yep, we just disconnect those. All right, let's get this into the workbench. See what we got. There is the hole. So let's get in there. Be back in a minute. Okay. Set you down over here. Set you up on a little higher. There we go. Wow, are we looking at the workbench area here? Yeah, we're looking close enough. Okay, we've got a new SMT desoldering unit. We actually use these at work. This was a spare. Decided to liberate it. Actually use a little tip. Alright, let me, use that guy. Number 0 Phillips. Of course. Tools for that. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. What? No novel of War and Peace on the cord to tell me not to use it externally or for external use only, or don't eat it, or whatever. Guess when it's made in China, they don't have to worry about lawsuits. I don't know. You set that there, power on, that's all good. I'm going to take this back to the shop because they use it far, far, far more than I do. In fact, the last time I used one was when I messed with this. Alright, let me go find a screwdriver. Alright. If you were a tiny Phillips, where would you be? You'd be right here. Yeah, oh yeah, that's camming out quite nicely. Of course. Cheap Chinese crap. Alright, back again. Found a number 0 that ain't all worn down. And now I need a pair of pliers. Because that's how we roll. It just wouldn't be right otherwise. Okay, that's about as goofed up as you can get. But it's actually on there straight, so. Oh, for the love of... Yeah, that's as straight as it does get. Okay. China quality, man. China quality. Guess it ain't going nowhere. Alright. Now, to get this guy apart, how did we do that before? Yeah, a bunch of Phillipses back there. Yeah, I don't think we actually need to take the clear off. I think as long as we pull this, we'll get it. And I need yet another screwdriver. Of course, I'm doing all this out here in the barn. All my electronic stuff is in the office in the house. Because quit your complaining. Could be worse. Could have no places to work on things. Quit your walking. As I recall, I did not put these in last time with a great amount of torque because these little self-tappers and this El Cheapo white plastic, well, that's a... You can strip them out. Might as well just look at them and they strip out. Okay, let's see. All the screws are out. So does this work? Or am I going to pull the freaking... No, that'll work. But now, if I... Yeah, I got to pull the lens off. if I start pulling that board out, the needles will all pop off, and then I won't be able to remember where they are, and my speedometer will be off, and my gas gauge will be off, and the temp gauge will be off. So we have to take a very good look at exactly where they are. In fact, I'm going to get my cell phone and take a picture. So I get all these needles on exactly where they were. We'll just take two. Over here. And one of that fuel gauge. That's one you really don't want to mess up. I mean, I know what the range is on the truck, but still. Why press to test, eh? Okay. Well, it came off really easy last time. I really don't want to pull with those things. Wow. I really don't want to pry on this either. Wish I had some plastic jawed pliers, but I don't. Well, maybe we'll just let them fall off. Maybe that's what I did last time. Okay, they're all down against the stops. So with them against the stops, let's take another set of pictures, because I don't know if they were against the stops before. Not wanting to mess with them. So this is with them against the stops. Okay. All right. Let's do our worst. We saw these little plastic catchety things. Yep, that must be how I did it last time. Not the most elegant way to do it, but I guess it's a way. That was temp. That was fuel. Now the speedo. Yeah, it doesn't want to come off. It's off now. Wow. Hate doing that kind of maintenance, but when there's no choice, there's no choice. So now we have to figure out which one of these LEDs is the tire pressure, and it is the, okay, that's airbag, tire pressure, ABS, oil, seatbelt, nothing. And there is the check engine light that I removed before. We got brake, wipers. Why wipers? I don't know. Wiper fluid low. Yeah, I need a light to tell me that. Door open, telling me a door is ajar. Battery charge, I guess. Check engine. That's the other one that kept going off. Nobody could reset it. Cheaper to pull the bulb. If the engine ain't working, I'll know it, because it won't be working. So let's double check that. So tire pressure, second one up. That guy right there. In fact, since we're trying to do it half-ass right, airbag, tire, ABS. Airbag, tire, ABS. So airbag, tire. Make sure we're getting the right one while we're at it. Okay, we got some air's flowing there. Okay, 400 Fahrenheit. Does that move you? Yes, it does move you. Good enough. Okay. That's pretty cool. It'll just sit here and run. You can see I don't know if you can see it, but the temperature is decreasing, and it'll run until it gets down to room temperature and shut the fan off automatically. They're pretty nice little units. Okay. No solder bridge on that. And we will keep that little surface mount LED. Of course, it's anyone's guess what the freaking polarity is. Probably get it in backwards and it still won't work. I've got the other one somewhere. Again, who knows? Alright, let's get this guy back on. So this must go like this. Yep. See, yep, pins are in the holes, more or less. Yep. Enough. Yeah, there we go, all the way around. Yep. Somebody in Japan marked it okay. So this goes like this. Get all these little guys back in. Whee! Yeah, heaven forbid I turn it around and do the screws the right way to begin with. You know, because pointing it towards you, that's crazy talk. Yeah, I know I'm not doing a proper torque sequence, but you know what? It ain't a cylinder head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't see anything missing. Alright. This side of the gauge, I don't know if you can tell, it's got a little bit of dust in it. I don't know. That seems pretty clean. I want to go and just blow that out real quick with the air blower thingy. Really didn't help. But we gave it the old college try. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. Okay, so much for that. Alright, getting these needles back on. So, let me see my phone. Where were you? Where I put it. Just above the M. Just above the M. Nah, that can't be right. Was that right? Okay, yeah, more like... just touching the 0, and then when it bottoms out, it's going about... oh, I don't know, 40% from the M to the 0, or to the line anyway. About splitting the difference between the corner of the M and the 0. Okay, we can do that. A little more. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. We need to pop you off again. Because... okay, that feels like a stop to me. Yeah, if anything, it's going to read a tiny bit higher, which is good because it wasn't... I guess it was made for slightly bigger tires because it reads... no, what does it read? It does read too high. I need it to read a little low. Yeah. That, I think, is too low. And same procedure as last time. I had to do it 3 or 4 times to get it to exactly where I wanted it. It's where it is. We'll compare it with the speedometer app on the cell phone and see what happens. Okay. And where's our cold? Resting right on the C. Good enough. Fuel. fill is half a needle width away from the line, cutting off the top of the E. Right there. Way too far. Still too far. What I'm doing is putting these on just very slightly and then just pushing this a little. Wow, it's like that thing has a... Looks round. Looks round. It's like it's got a step and it's trying to step down to. Okay, must have found the same step. Reading a little higher than before, but I was surprised. They really went back together really good last time, so yeah, that would be upside down. We're going to assume that's clean. Probably a pretty safe assumption since it's pretty well sealed. All that dust is on the outside, not the inside. Okay, we are all back together. Just unplug the heat gunny thingy and get you back in the truck. Okay, I think y'all were about here, weren't you? Something like that. See if I can get these screens back on. There we go. So what am I looking at? Here, down here. Okay. I guess you can see about as much as there is to see. All right. We are all the way down. Okay. Let's see. One guy there. One guy back here. Where are you? You're right here. Wow. Yeah. Okay. There we go. And the little door opening thing came back on, so that's a good sign. And we didn't completely mess anything up. Where's my screwdriver and my screws? Okay. See what we can do about stripping these guys out. I was only joking, don't strip on me. Assuming that's in all the way. Are you in or are you still loose? No, you're pretty tight. Okay. What next? We had this and that and this gizmo. You know, a smart man would probably take this for a road test before we put the bezel and all the trim back on. I'm not that smart. Obviously. So I have faith that we got it in correctly. All the little needles. And I guess I don't need to worry about hooking this back up, because that's the the tire pressure warning light reset switch. Actually, it's a switch that makes the system learn new pressures, and it doesn't flash when it's off. It's a solid on. That's how I know it ain't that system. But just because I don't know if it's normally open or normally closed, and God only knows what other system that affects. This goes here, that goes there, and I think, yeah, these are all just kind of little catchety hooky things that, yeah, that screw didn't even come out. Recall that ignition switch one was the pain. Getting that over the switch and through the woods and over to Grandma's house there. All right. Oh boy, okay. I guess we won't start with you. We'll start with this guy. Use a power tool on this because these are all into plastic. I guess I'll just twist my wrist off. It's tight. Okay. Wonder which is you is which. I'm thinking that's a short one and the long one is this mean guy up here. Are you even? Yeah, you're not even threading in. Now you're threading in. And last but not least, this little guy down here. Okie dokie. Well, let's set these over here on the seat behind the camera. Just do a little bit of a test here. was gonna handhold you. I don't have the same stabilization on as I did on the other ones, the other videos. This is be a little ad hoc test of that too. Ooh, don't need wipage. Turn signal, high beams. Huh. You can temporarily flash your high beams, but you can't turn them on with the key off. Interesting. Hey, look. No tire pressure light. Yay! Okay, sure, I'll put a seatbelt on. Since we're going on the road and all that. Alright. Huh. Okay, that ain't gonna work. Something is definitely amiss with the fuel gauge. Okay. Why is it grinding like that? I don't know if you can hear that. Oh boy. Did we just F up our fuel gauge? Boy, I hope not. Okay, well, we have to take this back apart. Fortunately, we know how to do that pretty darn quickly. Okay, yeah. Next time we'll do the road test before putting everything back together. Lesson learned. You know, I'm wondering if I even really need to take this all the way out. If I can just take these two upper ones out, I can probably get that bezel past that lip. Maybe. Maybe. This right here. Maybe we'll just take this one out. As I recall, I think I had issues with that fuel gauge last time too. Yep, that'll do it. Okay. Find the hole, Dave. Come on. Where's the threads? What is going on here, Gus? I think last time, what did I do? I think maybe I've got the needle pushed down too far and it's binding. binding on the chingus with the gizmo with the stuff. It occurs to me that setting those needles at 0 might not even be a thing. They might be self-zeroing. You know, the startup procedure, the computer would run them down to the peg, sense where it is, and then adjust from there. Because I can't see the factory sitting there fiddling with each one, so it's probably a waste of time trying to get them back exactly where they were. This computer's going to adjust where it was anyway. Alright, where's your little release? There you are. And that's how we got wipers on before. Okay. Alright, let's go back in the shop. Yeah, when you only do things once every 4 years or so. Pop this guy back off. Without breaking it, please. Alright, there we go. Now, if you were a fuel gauge, yeah, it does feel tight. Maybe it is down just a hair too much. Huh. It's free. But it only wants to rotate there to there. Okay, it's free now. Okay, there to there. Yeah, that one's free too. Tell you what, we're going to be smart and plug this all in before we even put the clear lens back on. So let's go back. Sorry, carrying multiple things in the hand. Can't make the video that nice. Roll with it. Ooh, let's get in without twisting an ankle. Okay, back over to here. Let's get you straightened out. There, that should be sorta right. Whatever. There you go. I'm hoping that works. Okay, key on. Where does the fuel go? Key on. Can't key on because we can't get it to key. Well, isn't that special? Hey, almost full. I'm sure you couldn't see that, but it did work. So let's pop this clear glass on, or clear POS plastic. Boopity boopity boop. All the little things are in their holes. No wiper, no turn signal. Okay. Let's get you screwed back into place. Not the right ones. It's amazing after you do something once or twice, boy, you get so much faster at it. Top two. Well, that ain't grabbing on by very much. But whatever. Okay. At least my truck doesn't say a door is ajar. Alright, here come these incredibly stupidly long bolts. Yeah, we're going to use the ratchet this time. That's just ridiculous. Why they need to be that long, I don't know. Wow, that guy is tight. Okay, don't need to tighten it down. Now, part of the problem is I don't know what is actually straight on these. Isn't even right. How can that be? That only went in a couple turns. guess it's time for ratchet action. Manual ratchet action. For a trim screw, that certainly is a lot of screw for a trim screw. I'm calling that good enough. I don't know what Toyota thinks that's holding together in there. Maybe the too low. I think, yeah. Okay, moment of truth for you guys too. Yeah, we got a full tank just like before. We're cold. All right. Let us see what we get this time. Ugh, can't get the seatbelt on. Anybody in our driveway? Nope. So we can turn around here. Ah, for Pete fucking sake, speedometer don't work. You know, if it ain't one thing, it is another. Of course, I guess this wouldn't be the only truck that I own with a non-working speedometer. I don't recall having problems with the Speedo before. So let's see what we got now. For Pete's sake. So, yeah. Take the bloody thing apart once again. Huh. Did I not get all the wires back on that last time? I don't know. But okay, we're gonna leave this fucker out until we get done this time. In fact, we're gonna leave it in and not even pull it because I think I can bypass that. that's not on there. It's out now. Two are out. I bet. Yeah, I need to take this off first. Oop, horn still works. Okay, we can't get that until we get this. Yeah, this is a pain. All right, let me try to get my delaminating tool in there. Put it. Here we are. Yeah, well, here we are. After the GoPro froze up, I really think we got a problem with those 1 terabyte micro SD cards. Had a problem with the one of them freezing up trying to get all the video from the New York trip off of there. Amazon replaced it for free. This was the other card I got. I bought 2 at the same time, and it locked up the GoPro after about, I don't know, an hour of video. Anyway, we did get everything all back together. Everything works. The speedometer works. The fuel gauge is accurate. I'm supposing the temperature gauge is accurate. It seems free. We'll find out next time we take a drive. That I'm not too worried about. Surprisingly enough, these V6s in this year at Tundra, that cooling system works so well. Yeah, it was part of the video from the New York trip that never made it because of the SD card, but I took it to a store, thought the cap was going bad. You could hear air gurgling through the heater core. And that's a sign when it's cooling down that the cap's not sealing and it's letting air suck back into the system. I pulled it up to a parts store, went in, got the red cap, waited 5 minutes, was able to open that thing up and just replace it that quick. I mean, obviously the thermostat keeps the engine hot, but these radiators are so efficient for this engine anyway. At any rate, enough of that blather. Just wanted to finish up the vid, show you that, yep, it all got back together despite the GoPro fits and faults. Anyway, we'll catch you next time. See ya.